So we got some hay dropped off by a nice fella. He was giving it away for $1, but then he saw our page. He said consider it a donation, so it really helps us out for bedding and plants and hugel mounds. Michael's getting the wheel horse situated, and then we're gonna haul it over. It's starting to sprinkle, so we gotta work quick.
So we got a third wall up. We tried to take a time lapse of it, and I guess the phone ran out of storage, so we don't have a time lapse of that one. Like I said in the past videos, Schikoy's folks are here for a night, so we're gonna try to get both walls up. But also Mark stopped by again, so we're getting the other wall framed today, and we're gonna raise it tomorrow too. Just coming down to check on the goats. We're pretty stoked. Gonna have all 4 walls up by this weekend. So let's go take a look at it. So this is our south-facing wall. In the wintertime, we'll get a lot of sun through these windows. The sun rises on this side, it rises pretty low, sets that way. So we'll get a lot of sun in these windows. Before winter, we're probably going to end up, unfortunately, taking down some of these trees. Our friend's got a mill, and the balsam's not really good for framing lumber. It might be good for a lot of finish work. So we might mill some of these stuff when we take them down. If not, they'll go into some hugel mounds, because we're going to get a terrace along this section. This hill slips down that way pretty steeply. So we're going to get our friend who also has a mill, who has an excavator. We might hire him by the end of the year to put some of these rocks as a terrace over there. So got lots of projects, but first things first, we'll get this house built. Like I said before, we're going to get the other wall up tomorrow. And Schikoy's folks and Mark were here to help us. Yeah!
I just wanted to do that.
It was perfect. Ooh, snacks.
So, we got this new, what is it?
The GoPro knockoff.
Got a GoPro knockoff, and we're
Well
gonna
done.
use it to get this wall up. My dad, and we're gonna get it done. We got that wall up yesterday. Got this wall hammered in. Michael cut all the stuff yesterday. We got a water catch up. I'm gonna go show the water catch.
Okay.
So yesterday, my dad and I worked on this water catch, and it's just an old gutter we pulled out from a barn, and this is drilled in. We have a rope holding it on, just a little stand. Underneath it we have our worms, our hoses. This will gravity feed into that garden. And we also have a garden beyond the shed, down behind these woods. So if we need to get water to there, we can gravity feed all the way down there. And if not, we can fill up buckets. Also, the gutter is higher down there and lower over here. It's hot.
So I made sure our phone has space this time, so we'll set up a time lapse. Say hi.
Hey.
This is Schikoy's pops. He's helping us out with the wall. We're gonna get this thing framed up today. So we got all 4 walls up. It's a pretty big step, and it's starting to look a lot like a house. So we're gonna come in through the front door, and this is the south side. So we're gonna get lots of passive solar gain. The sun rises basically this way in the winter, stays pretty low, you know, and sets over there. We're gonna probably end up taking these clumps of trees out. We like them a lot, but it would just be smarter to, you know, get our southern exposure all exposed. So this is, you know, the side door, and there'll be a window there. There'll be 2 small windows in the north side, and then our front door, and 2 bigger windows off to the west. We like that view of that hillside a lot. So in the fall, it's all different kinds of colors with some green still in there because there's bunches of evergreens and maples and beeches up there. So that's a pretty cool view. Yeah, Schikoy's folks were here and they helped us tack together the north wall. Actually, Schikoy's folks and Mark came, and Mark stopped by while they were here, and we lifted all this. I already had all this framed before Schikoy's folks came, so all 5 of us raised this wall, and then while we were
The heaviest wall because of all the windows.
yeah, so all these 2x8 headers and stuff. It was pretty heavy. And then we got this wall cut and tacked together yesterday while Schikoy's folks were still here, and then Mark stopped by. Mark is one of our neighbors. Mark stopped by and helped us lift this one. So we got 4 walls up and feels pretty good. So the next step is we're going to start framing the gable ends. So basically we're going to be putting studs here. Well, actually the next step is we're going to put another top plate on all these to tie them together. So the top plate will overlap this wall onto that wall, and same here, you know. And then after that we'll do the gable ends. So like I was saying, it's putting studs up here, and then we have to make cuts in the studs so that they will, you know, match the gable, the roof line. And another thing we're doing with the studs on the gable is we're using 4x6 rafters. So that's 4 this way and 6 this way. They'll be standing like that. So for the gable ends, the studs, let's pretend this is a gable end. What we're going to do is we're going to cut 4 inches, you know, so we'll cut in 4 inches and then up 6, and then the rafter will rest right in that little channel. So we'll do one of those cuts on each of the gable end studs, and that way our first sets of rafters can, the set on this side and then the set on that side, they can rest right in those little channels. So yeah, it's been a process. We've made a lot of progress in the last month, and we're pretty excited. Also, Schikoy's folks got us a 50-pound box of nails, framing nails, so that was pretty awesome. We have a framing gun that our buddy Alex let us borrow, but I got too ahead of myself, especially with this wall. So
you can't enjoy it as much. It's nice to hear the echo of the hammer through the mountains. That's all you hear out here, and then the birds, and then the pause of the hammer, and you hear the birds again, and then you hear the hammer going in the mountain.
It is pretty cool, all right. And to just say that we hand pounded all these nails, that's a pretty cool thing too. So anyway, yeah, I was getting ahead of myself with this wall especially. I, you know, nailed in all the bottom studs, all the king studs and stuff, and then I was like, wait a second, I'm not gonna have any room to end nail, you know, the rough sills, the headers, and stuff like that. So I had to rip out a couple of studs a few times. I got some of the placements wrong, ripped out studs more.
Some studs you didn't even have to rip out. You ripped out twice and then realized, oh.
I ripped it out 3 times and then realized it was in the first spot. The right time was the first spot.
It was super hot, so I think the heat was getting to your brain.
Yeah, probably.
Just scrambling it a little.
Yesterday too, we were sinking in all these nails. So I still have to put a header up here. A cripple stud right there and one right there. But yeah, yesterday when Schikoy's dad, Keith, and I were pounding in these nails, it was like 90 degrees. It was just wicked hot.
It was like you could see puddles of the sweat wood, salty wood.
Yeah, but
Squirrels are gonna come gnawing on
the
it.
goats are gonna come gnaw on it. So yeah, we got 4 walls up and it's starting to look like a house. It's pretty cool. Do a little 360. I got you. Cool. All right, so yeah, just a quick little update.